Staying calm under pressure with Stoic techniques. In today's fast-paced and often chaotic world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed when faced with challenges, whether they are at work, in relationships, or even in personal struggles. It's easy for pressure to trigger impulsive behaviors, stress, and anxiety. But the age-old school of thought known as Stoicism offers a timeless manual for maintaining composure in the face of difficulty. You can learn to regulate your emotions, control your reactions, and keep your composure under pressure by practicing Stoic practices. No matter the situation, people can develop resilience, composure, and inner serenity by putting Stoic ideals into practice. The Stoic philosophers Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca held that although we sometimes have little influence over the outside forces in our lives, we do have control over how we react to them. The core of Stoicism is this essential concept. Stoics teach us how to cultivate self-control, perspective, and awareness in order to maintain a calm and rational mindset instead of being overcome by stress or pressure. This video examines 7 essential Stoic methods that can help you maintain composure under duress and provide you the skills you need to face life's obstacles head-on with poise and assurance. 1. The control dichotomy, the dichotomy of control. The notion that there are things in life that we can control and things that we cannot is one of the fundamental tenets of Stoicism. Stoics hold that we can greatly lessen stress and anxiety by concentrating only on the things that we can control. The first thing to do in a stressful situation is to determine what you can manage. Does the outcome depend on circumstances beyond your control, or is it within your power? The Stoics teach that worrying about things that are out of our control, such as other people's actions, market trends, or natural occurrences, is pointless. Instead, concentrate on the only things you can really control: your own thoughts, deeds, and reactions. For instance, in a high-pressure job setting, concentrate on giving it your all in the moment rather than thinking about the result. Understand that although you have control over your actions and reactions, you have no influence over the outcome. By returning your attention to what really matters, your own decisions and actions, this way of thinking might help you cope with a lot of the stress that comes with outside pressures. 2. Visualization of negativity. The technique of envisioning the worst-case scenario, or negative visualization, is encouraged by Stoicism. The concept is that you may lessen the emotional burden of meeting problems by mentally preparing yourself for future setbacks, even though this may seem paradoxical to maintaining composure. You can reduce your expectations and deal with adversity more composedly when it unavoidably occurs by imagining possible negative outcomes. Nothing is really terrible if we prepare ourselves to confront it, according to the Stoics. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, recommended that you remind yourself of the challenges and disagreeable individuals you may face before starting your day. When difficulties come up, this proactive introspection helps you face them with clarity and control by lowering your level of surprise or anxiety. Additionally, by refocusing your attention on the good aspects of your life that you might have previously disregarded, this practice cultivates thankfulness. Instead of responding rashly or in a panic, you can handle stressful situations with greater tolerance and resilience if you are aware of what might go wrong. 3. Conscious awareness. Mindfulness, which is concentrating on the here and now and objectively assessing your thoughts and feelings, was mastered by the Stoics. You may pick your reaction instead of being influenced by emotion or instinct when you practice mindfulness, which enables you to stop before you react. It's simple to let your emotions, whether they are fear, rage, or frustration, take over in a stressful scenario. But by practicing mindfulness, you can learn to take a step back, notice your feelings, and decide how to respond. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality, Seneca wrote, underscoring the significance of self-awareness. You can establish a buffer between the stimulus, a stressful circumstance, and your reaction by engaging in mindfulness exercises. This helps you maintain your composure by giving you more control over your responses. Taking a few deep breaths and concentrating on your senses, what you can see, hear, smell, or feel right now, is a straightforward method for cultivating mindfulness. This helps you disengage from panic or anxiety and brings you back to the here and now. 4. Reframing perceptions and thoughts. Cognitive reframing, which entails altering your perspective on stressful situations, is another effective Stoic method for maintaining composure under duress. The Stoics held that our judgments and interpretations of the outside world are what bring us sorrow, not the actual happenings. When you are under pressure, stand back and think about how you are reading the circumstances. Can you reframe it as a chance for learning or progress? Or are you seeing it as a disaster? For instance, rather than viewing a difficult assignment as a burden, you could reframe it as an opportunity to demonstrate your resilience or develop new abilities. You can face obstacles with a sense of empowerment rather than powerlessness or fear, thanks to this change of perspective. As Epictetus famously stated, what matters is not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. By rephrasing your thoughts, you can alter your viewpoint and view challenging circumstances in a more positive way, which lowers anxiety and fosters mental clarity. The self-discipline practice. Self-discipline is crucial, especially when it comes to controlling emotions and impulses, according to Stoicism. Gaining the capacity to regulate your immediate emotional reactions, particularly under trying circumstances, is one of the keys to remaining composed under pressure. Self-discipline entails exercising self-control under pressure and refraining from snap judgments or acts. The Stoics thought that we might control our emotions and avoid acting impulsively by developing self-discipline. This calls for consistent practice because maintaining composure and poise under pressure gets easier the more self-discipline you develop. For instance, you can exercise self-discipline by maintaining your composure, concentrating on the task at hand, and making deliberate judgments while you're under pressure at work rather than letting your emotions run amok, such as annoyance or nervousness. As this discipline becomes ingrained in your routine, the emotional toll of outside pressure will diminish. 6. Embracing imperfections. Because we frequently set unattainable standards for ourselves to perform flawlessly, perfectionism is a major cause of stress and strain. Accepting life's flaws and realizing that errors, failures, and setbacks are a natural aspect of being human are lessons that Stoicism imparts. Do your best with the tools and information available to you at the time, rather than aiming for perfection. You may overcome the crippling dread of failing when you acknowledge that imperfections are unavoidable. Marcus Aurelius always reminded himself that he should accept the fact that he was flawed like everyone else. You may lessen the pressure you put on yourself and maintain composure when things don't go as planned by letting go of the need for perfection. Resilience is cultivated by this mentality change, which enables you to bounce back from errors faster and carry on stress-free. 7. Taking advantage of the present. Last but not least, the Stoics emphasize the value of living in the now. We frequently experience anxiety, regret, or worry when we dwell too much on the past or the future. Nonetheless, the Stoics advise us to concentrate on the present moment and what we can influence. By living in the present, we can avoid becoming sidetracked by anticipated future issues or previous errors, and instead concentrate on what is already in front of us. According to Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, we only have the present moment, and by living it to the fullest, we may keep our inner calm even under pressure. Try concentrating on the current task instead than becoming sidetracked by anxieties about the future or the past to practice this. Remind yourself that you only need to handle the situation that is currently in front of you when you sense pressure mounting. This unwavering concentration helps you stay composed and productive by calming your mind and lowering tension. Final thoughts. Stoic methods provide a potent means of stress management, resilience building, and maintaining composure under duress. We can train ourselves to handle life's obstacles calmly by concentrating on the duality of control, engaging in negative visualization, and developing awareness. In order to stay composed and focused, we can also lessen the emotional impact of pressure by rephrasing our thoughts, practicing self-control, and accepting our imperfections. In the end, Stoicism tells us that although we can't always control what happens to us, we can manage how we react to it. And that control is the secret to inner calm and clarity, even under the most trying conditions. Let us know in the comments what you think about the staying calm under pressure with Stoic techniques, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.